Poetry. 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 I can play with language. Language, language, language. Poetry. Poetry. It's a tree and a flying snake. He gazes up at a nearby nest. Then gingerly pulls back on the branches like a bow, himself the arrow. Poetry. Poetry, it's the door. It's pounding on the door. It's opening the door. It's the FBI, you! Against the wall. Turn around. Against the wall. Poetry. Poetry. It's the painter, his plate of paints, and the portrait. He paints a face. It's the plate of paint smashed into the portrait. It's the canvas ripped off the easel, crumpled up, and then thrown into orbit. Poetry. It's the plane taking off, the Bombay doors opening, the explosion of language. Language, 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 language. Pow! Yeah! Thank you. Wow. We haven't seen you in 24 hours. Almost. Well, we're going to start with a little discussion. You know, President Obama, he just signed an agreement with China to reduce the global warming gases. And that's a really good thing. But it's just words at this point, and they don't mean much yet. It means we have to act. We have to. So you should know that America is responsible for about 20% of the global warming gases in the world. But it's actually worse than that, because where do our clothes come from? Or our shoes, our computers? They come from China. And it takes a lot of energy to produce that stuff. They use coal, and coal is the worst form of pollution. In 1 year, 230,000 Chinese died from air pollution. And India, it was 120,000. That's last year. That's 2 countries. Plus, coal, how do they get it? They have to really kind of destroy the environment to get it. And it's a very dangerous job. The Chinese have the worst record for mining. Last year, 2,000 Chinese workers died drilling in the mines. Yeah. So this poem is about that. It's called Made in the USA. A spray of cellular particles jostling. Take one, magnify it. You see a double helix DNA. It's a sideways ladder. Take just one rung. Magnify that, and it reads, Made in China. Factory, clock. Wailing over machinery, under floodlights, benches and benches of sewing machinery. And they're shoveling coal, fire, shoveling coal, fire. She's a seamstress at work. Besides her, a dog seamstress at work. And a rat seamstress. Sewing machine sweat. A sweat drop meets the sun light glistening right through the drops. Drop, drop, drop. She sweats. They sweat. They all sweat. Sweat rains. Sweat fills the warehouse. Sweat, underarm sweat. It cascades, fans out, a waterfall. Water levels rising. She floats. They all float. Her hair. An air bubble. Pops. Drain opens, draining counterclockwise. She's swirling, swirling into walls, swirling counterclockwise as the water drains all the way down, dropping her back on her bench. She's a seamstress at work. And they're shoveling coal, fire, chimney, smoke, clouds. A flock of birds enters the cloud. But comes out bones, scattering bones. Shoveling. Shoveling down. Shoveling a hole. Leaping down. shaft. Okay. Since we've gotten here in the hotel nearby here, the Dream Inn, great place, let me tell you, Kenny has switched rooms 3 times. So that reminds me of this story. Go ahead, talk with the audience. Pretend I'm not here. Okay, how do I say this? Kenny, he's handicapped. He's hearing all the time. Okay, if a baby cries, he can't sleep. If there's a party upstairs, he can't sleep. If the TV's on, he can't sleep. Let me tell you, in all those situations, I can sleep no problem. Okay, ice machine. Okay. We tend to have separate hotel rooms, okay? Well, once in a while we have to share a room. And one time we had this room and it was right across from the ice machine. Easy. I was really excited. And Kenny, what's he doing? He's taken his mattress and put it on the floor. And then he takes the box spring and stands it up. Yes, I remember you helping me. So that when somebody uses the ice machine, the noise will bounce off the mattress. And it seemed to help. But not enough. So next to the mattress, there's an air conditioner. So what he turns it on full blast so that the noise will block the noise. And right there, you won't believe this man slept like a baby. I guess you have to be hearing. So, people are often asking me, would you rather be blind or hearing? Okay, enough making fun of the handicapped. You're helping me. How nice. As a representative of the hearing world, thank you. Anyway, okay, this is why I'm telling you this. When you wave your hands, it's wonderful, great respect for the deaf community, but he can't understand that. Remember, he's handicapped. So, if you wave, don't wave your hands like that, because I can't hear it. And don't clap down here. He can't see it. So, up here, chin level, comfortable level, respect both cultures. Chin level. I sit down now? I can't remember. I lost it. You'll always help me. Okay. Next piece is, sometimes life is pure chemistry. And this one is called Double Twinkle. Above this earth is a star. And from a different angle, you can see back, light years back, to the original sun, still giving off that distant sparkle. It's a ball of gas, nuclear. Exploding, expanding, radiating out until gravity pulls it all back together, collapsing it down with a final gasp. It disappears, and light years away, from a different angle, it still twinkles. He takes another sip. And this silhouette is a sunlit reflection towards his eye. Absorbed, projected. It's an upside down optical message to the brain, where it's turned right side up, labeled woman, and poured down, down into the bloodstream. Oh my God, open the gates! Blood rushes into his tube, which thickens and straightens up. Next thing he knows, her contractions. Her hair, her mouth opening and closing, lips, petals unfurl. A butterfly. Swallowed down the stem, a growth. Her contractions, her breasts shooting off. Fireworks. Rain splashing, her lips opening and closing till the little head pushes through, and then the flower contracts, and then the baby, the whole baby. Opens an eye. Her cries knock her father off his feet. Their eyes fuse, and nirvana radiates out. And he pulls it all back together, compressing it down to a single teardrop. ASL is a picture language, and Chinese written language is also a picture. That's a good one, I admit it. That was a good one. So, what does it mean? Good question. When you went Yeah. That was the American foreign policy from a Chinese perspective. I didn't get it. Show me in slow motion? Okay. Okay, that's good. I get it now. Anyway, Chinese written language is a picture language. So, Peter and I looked at some Chinese poems. We looked at the picture. We looked at the English translation under it. And we came up with some poems. A series of short poems, haiku. That's what I learned from Patrick Grable.
Oh, no, no.
And he's saying, oh no, right now. Oh, sorry. We're apologizing in advance. Okay. The first one is the Chinese word for east, which is sun tangled in the branches of a tree. A tree in the early morning sun. As the sun approaches its branches, it burns down the whole tree. And the sun drifts across the sky. Man sees horse. A man walks along through a fence. He sees a horse. Chest, muzzle, ears, mane, and tail. Man sees horse. A man with a rubber neck. Through the fence, he stretches his neck and sees Picasso's horse, ears, eyes, muzzle, chest. He leaps on the horse and spurs the horse away. Sun tangled in horse. A horse in the early morning sun. As the sun burns down the horse. And the sun drifts across the sky. Man sees horse. A man with a rubber eye. Through the fence, he ejects his eye, which the optic nerve trailing behind. He flings the eye towards the horse. It gloms onto its ears and pulls it right back into his head. The last one, sun tangled sun. The sun in the early morning sun. As the sun approaches the sun, it revolves around the sun until gravity pulls it all back together. Beautiful, now I get it. Finally. Okay, now I have a new work. Over 130 years ago, the world got together in Italy, in the city of Milan, to talk about the best way to educate deaf children. So what they did was they banned sign language in the schools. That's what they voted for. And it was banned for the next 100 years. I was born hearing, and at the age of 3, I became deaf. And my parents put me in an oral school. Well, they emphasized speech and lip reading every day. And really important subjects like math and science and history and writing and reading were ignored. I was a pretty angry kid. I had no language. I hadn't learned to sign yet until I was 19 years old when I went to NTID, the deaf college. And wow, it was a new world. In class they signed. My friends signed. In the dorms we signed. I had a language. And my writing and reading skills got way better because I could understand I had a language. So recently I went to visit a mainstream school. There was a classroom of deaf kids, and they were in the 3rd grade, and they all had cochlear implants. And I met them, but I couldn't communicate with them. We're both deaf, and I couldn't communicate with them. And what are they doing all day? There's speech and lip reading classes again. And reading and math and science and history are being ignored still. It feels like a deja vu all over again. So this poem is about that. It's called Lost and Found, a Real Life. A beginning, a sign language hill, a finger-spelled man, perched, breathing. But words across of words. Words crucify. Rows of faces, a pot-belly monocle, a man with a pipe hands him a spike with a hammer. He plants it through his foot, through his feet, bleeding. Under bright lights and someone says, "You must now talk." You must. Learning, knowledge, it floats, rains, rain, thunder and lightning, bolts, understanding, sign, running. Our eyes, they meet, but mine are in a book. In a book. Oh, running. The ring. The veil. The kiss. Moves the earth, moves the trees. Running. Wait. A robin's nest. Running. Our eyes. Fornication. Pounding away. Oh, yes. The sperm. The egg. Forms a backbone, a brain, bug eyes, no, raccoon eyes, no, round eyes, elephant's trunk, a beak, 3 toes and 5 fingers, a penis, a vagina, the egg is cracked. It's a baby girl. Old and bent now, looking back at a picture of the veil. Of the table, chairs surrounding, fruit bowl piled high, 3-layered cake with frosting and decoration, and wine, overflowing wine. There's a swan there. It paddles and flies away. Of his friends, clinking glasses, leaping from chairs, raising glasses, towels, swirling, but each and every friend, each friend is now buried, gone. He's gone. He's gone. His best man, gone. His soul drifting. But not yet. the veil, the kiss, moves the earth, moves the trees, the wine. Wine glass splintered. And then the bride and the groom march off, signing away, signing. Where am I? Train. Walls rushing by. Walls. Tracks pulsating. And his soul drifting. But not yet. Lights flickering. The train brakes. The doors open. Our eyes. And then she's gone. Walls, tracks, bending, walls undulating, lights flickering, lights flashing, lights beating, heart. I'm sick of performing. Yeah, me too. Now it's your turn. Yes. Group poem. And this is a profound idea. We're going to discuss the meaning of life. You know the theory, the Big Bang Theory? You know, all the stars of the universe explode apart, and then they come back together, and then they explode apart over and over again. Over and over and over again. Do you think God gets bored? You bet. Probably not. Okay, so I need your help. Thank you. Thank you. All of you, everybody. Okay, so what we're going to do is, you're all going to become stars. You got to be better. You got to beat them somehow. Let's show star. Like this, or like that, or like that. Whatever you want. It's up to you. Everyone stand up and become a star right now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. The reason we picked him is because he's such a good singer. Do you mind being the center of the universe? Older than that. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Older than that. Let's see you do it. Bigger. Good. Remember that. Who needs a chair? Anybody? You've already got one. Okay. When he explodes, all of you make a wave of stars. Okay? Like this. Okay? On the count of 3. Ready? Go! Whoa! Wow! The universe is out of control! That's great. Okay, now, after the stars, after you blow up, stay on your feet. Try again. Go! Is my ASL not clear? I didn't say go back and forth. I said just up, one way. Is the universe, I'm just curious, is the universe one way? Is that what you mean? Maybe they grew up in a two-way street. Okay. On the count of 3, it means 3, right? Yes, I get it. Go! Finally, we got control over the universe. The stars need language here. We've got to learn something. Okay, now, what we're going to do is evolution. Okay? All of you folks in here, you're the first group. They are fish. Stand up. Ooh, that's good. I like that. It's got gills. Okay. Copy me. Wow. They're very nice fish. Yes. Friendly. They're friendly. Clever. Why do you say that? Well, some of the pollution is good. Okay. This time, evolution, change, become birds. Yes. Okay. Nice. Wow, that was fast. Track. Evolution. Okay, remember that. You're group 2. You all are lizards. Kenny is really good at that because that's his family background. Yeah. Okay. Again. You gotta get this hip action. Behave. Okay. One more time in slow motion. Beautiful. These are, of course, the apes. You'll see why you have to end that way later. The last group. You know, in checking the missing link, investigating the missing link, it goes from apes to something to humans, right? We figured it out. Penguins. It's a theory. Why are they laughing? Okay. How about a dance? Dance. It's nice. That explains the missing link. Okay, now.
Where's he going? Did he go to the bathroom?
Do you mind becoming the turning point in history? I'm interpreting for you. Are you willing? Okay. He is Homo sapien. The man. That was a bad burp. Don't worry, I'll teach him how they taught me with speech class. Okay, now, when he burps, all the stars stand up and go slowly back to the universe. It's important to wait till he burps and then everybody do the stars.
Okay.
It was a loud burp. You can trust me.
Ew.
I'm hearing it. I'm not handicapped. He burped loudly. Okay, are we ready? Okay. Okay, good. Hello. Here we are at the ASL Poetry Festival, and we're discussing the meaning of life. And we talked about the Big Bang Theory. And so we're going to show it to you now, the proof of evolution. Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to close. This is our last piece. Really, this is really our first poem from way back when. And it's about training a dog to go to the Vietnam War for tunnel duty. And this piece is called Charlie. Charlie, running across grass for love. As a puppy, Charlie watches a female patron enter the store, but takes his brother. And leaves Charlie behind. Followed by a green-clad patron bigger than their cold shadow, grabs Charlie by the scruff of the neck and carries him to a box, dark. Then turns the temperature up warmer and warmer and hotter. Then turns it down cooler now. And colder. Charlie running across grass. Adolescent Charlie. Go get it, Charlie! Go! Come on, Charlie. You can do it, Charlie. Hustle up, Charlie. Come on, boy. All right, pick it up, Charlie. Come on. Bring it back. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. He stumbles and drops it. No, you're gonna blow your head off. Charlie leaping off grass. Greenhorn Charlie under poles of barbed wire fence and training machine gun fire. Rising up towards padded arm. Experienced run. Charlie searches for a hole. Released down into the tunnel. Past a rabbit ignored. Charlie nears the light at the end of the tunnel. It's an underground bungalow with candlesticks on a table and an Asian man playing solitaire and drinking rice wine. Table, candlesticks, gun rack, and Charlie, with an instinctive memory of rising up towards padded arm, and the green-clad patron, good boy, Charlie, good boy now, in the tunnel. Charlie launches up towards cards, spilling rice wine. Charlie goes for unpadded arm. Bursting skin, Charlie goes for the jugular. And into the tunnel comes the green-clad patron. Good boy, Charlie, good boy. gotta stay, boy. Stay. Charlie, leaping up for the pontoon of the chopper.